Hello there, and welcome back. This is Matthew Boyle from languagecardgames.com, where we believe if you can play cards, you can learn languages. And welcome back to the 11th episode of the Language Card Games Cafe. We're going to switch up the drinks and switch up the games. I want to give you a taste of something different. This is Other Tongue 3, Rise of the Steampunks. It's a more challenging game, but I think by now you can handle it. You're very experienced with Language Guardians, and now we should ratchet things up. This game takes a longer amount of time to play, and to learn how to play, and even longer to master. There's a lot more difficult word categories and linguistics categories in this game, but you can still break it down like we're going to be doing today. There's some cards that are easier, and you can make a small deck based on the words that you know to be able to battle and fight other people. Now, there's a lot that we could explain and talk about with how to play this game. I'm not going to get into all that. I'm going to try to explain it to you as we play. I think that's a better way to let you understand how to play this than trying to explain everything up front. I'm going to be practicing some German today, but that doesn't really matter as far as you're concerned. You can speak any target language you want. You can speak your answers aloud when I prompt you, or type them in the comment section below. So let's jump in. First, you're going to draw a card and play it. You have the automatons. This is a really neat card. Every turn, you can say a noun, a verb, or an adjective, and then add some points to your other cards. Now, you don't have any other cards out right now, so you can't use that. You just need to sit tight. Over to me. I've got the serviceman. If I can say an occupation, then I can turn any card up or down. Now, I don't know too many occupations in German, so I'm going to save this. I'm going to wait until a time when I really need it, because I think you're going to start to be accumulating and building up some more points over here. So I'll say back to you. Now look here, you've got another automatons card. These cards are going to play off of each other. Now you can use this. Actually, you can use both of them. So here you go. Can you say a noun, a verb, or an adjective in your target language? I'm going to give you some time to think of one now and say it. Great. Now, since you're able to do that, you can add 2 points to another card because you have 2 automatons. Now you can use this card. So again, can you say a noun, a verb, or an adjective? Let's switch it up. Whatever one you just said for this card, let's pick a different one. If you said a noun, do a verb or an adjective. Try to mix things up. Okay, great. So because you could do that card, you can add 2 points over here to this one. In this game, the goal is to accumulate as many points as you possibly can. That's why we have some dice here to keep track of points. Every card you have down is worth 1 point, and they can possibly accumulate points or lose points during the game. Alright, over to me. So I've got the wheel-lock pistol. And that says if I can translate a noun, a verb, or an adjective on another card into another language, then I can discard that card and deactivate my pistol. So you have a word on your card's example. I'm going to say that in German. Beispiel. Example in German. And what that lets me do is it lets me shoot one of your automatons, and we'll put it over here to show that it was destroyed. But then I have to turn down this card because that's what it tells me to do. So it's like it's deactivated right now. But now I have a chance to use my serviceman. If I can say a job, remember I can turn up or down any card. So I'm going to say the word for a male doctor in German, der Arzt. And then that will let me turn this card back up. And that's the end of my turn. Over to you. Okay, you have another automatons card. You see how I'm keeping things easy for you today. You can say a noun, a verb, or an adjective to use this card. Try to say a word that you didn't say before. Actually, in this game, you can't repeat the same word more than once. I forgot to mention that rule. Very important. So the more words you know, the better. Okay, assuming you could do that, that will let you add 2 points to this card. Again, because you have 2 automatons, that's why we're adding 2 points. And now you can do the same thing with this one over to this one. I think you can see how these little guys work. These little metal robots, they multiply. That's why you're getting this kind of effect here. Okay, so again, can you say a noun, a verb, or an adjective? Okay, nice job. So that will let you add 2 points over to this one. And now it's my turn. So I have the ideas card here, and that says that I can choose a new category of words, and every turn, any player can speak a word in that category in order to add 1 point to any card. So I'm going to choose the category of food, and I'm going to say die Tomate, which means tomato. And that lets me add 1 point. Oh, I'm going to need one more dice. That lets me add 1 point. I'll add it to the serviceman. Now, we have an interesting situation here. Let's say, for example, that I don't know any more nouns, verbs, or adjectives. Then I wouldn't be able to use this card anymore. So let's say, for example, that happened. Well, then my turn is going to be over now. And we go back to you. Now, you don't have any more cards to draw, neither do I, so that means the game is over, and we count up the points. You have 1 point for this card plus 4, that's 5. And 1 point for this card plus 2, that's 3. So you have a total of 8 points. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this means that you beat me 8-4, and the game is over. So, what do you think about this game? Do you think you could handle it? The cards that you had today were pretty simple to use, but you've learned a lot of the cards now for the game. You've learned 4 different cards and how they work, and we'll use these same cards again in the next cafe, and so you don't have to relearn new cards so often. So we learned some different things with this game. When cards are turned down, that means they're basically turned off, but you don't lose them. We've learned if a card is destroyed, it's discarded, and you're not going to be able to use that anymore, and you're not going to be able to get points on that card anymore. And we learned cards may add points or lose points. Finally, you can't repeat any words in a single game. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. We have Other Tongue 1, 2, and 3 available at languagecardgames.com. The Other Tongue 1 is fantasy themed, Other Tongue 2 is sci-fi themed, and this one is steampunk themed. And if you would like to receive coaching in this game or any other, I can coach you one-on-one, and there's more information about that if you check out the Cardlanger Academy at our website. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I think you can see this is a more challenging game, and I look forward to exploring it with you in the next few episodes of the Language Card Games Cafe. Bye-bye for now. I'll see you back here next time.